In an ideal world, and even at the beginning of my grant, I thought that this video would be my Fulbright highlight reel. A montage of all my Spanish friends and all the Spanish laughs we had together. A story of the enlightening, adventurous, eat, pray, love kind of life that everyone thinks you'll find if you move abroad for a year. A witty line at the end about how Galicia taught me how to dance in the rain. And it did, but spoiler alert, my story looked a little different along the way. At home, I might have seen this differently. Living alone in a pandemic in a small town where people have their people, and I do not. Where the sound of Gallego entrances me, but leaves me feigning comprehension at times. At home, I might have called this loneliness. But I'm in España. You can't be lonely here. You can't be sad. There's no such thing as negative emotions when living in such a beautiful place. Misguided? Maybe. But that was my internal monologue for quite a while. But that's the beauty of living here. You realize after a while that yes, it's beautiful and the culture is rich and storied and unfamiliar. And the café con leche, oh, my bad, I mean lattes, are just different. Like I can't explain it. No sé, it's just different, you know? But the fact is, you're still living life, not a fairy tale. So you come up with an idea of what your adventure will look like and in what palatable ways you'll be challenged. And then life says, good try. And then sometimes, for good measure, it slaps you in the face. So no, it hasn't been a highlight reel. But here's what I learned along the way. And I'll warn you, I'm about to get embarrassingly metaphorical here, so buckle up. You learn that sometimes you have all the keys you need. And sometimes there's literally only one key that you need, and then you drop it while you're hiking, so you're locked out of your flat, where you live alone. So you call the local police, and they can't break in, so you think about jumping from your neighbor's balcony, but it's too high. So you give in and call a locksmith, and yeah, you have to pay 220 euros, but you end up chatting while he replaces the lock, and he sends you some hiking recommendations because he's from the area. And then you end up meeting up and going on some of those hikes together, hypothetically. So if there's anything you take away from this expose of my life as a Fulbrighter, it should be this. Albeit rather expensive, locking yourself out of your apartment is a great way to make friends and practice your Spanish. Just kidding. If I've learned anything here, honestly, it's that you're not actually here to live a fairy tale. You're here to live life. Sometimes that means that things go your way and you get your highlight reel. And other times it means that, if I had to put it eloquently, shit hits the fan. But you find people to experience it with, and you ask for help. And you allow the very fact that things are going unexpectedly to be the reason that you love it. Because you're getting the real deal, life, with new people who help you through embarrassing misunderstandings and are patient with you when you try to falar en Gallego. People who introduce you to new places to explore, or cry, or whatever. And you're in a new place, where traditions are unfamiliar at first, but you ask lots of questions, and you slowly figure out how to find your own home here too. You learn new recipes that taste like home to your fellow teachers. And you share recipes that bring you home too. You have lots of conversations. You learn what it's like to be new, to be figuring it out, to be learning right alongside your students. You try your best. And at the end of the day, you just live. And if you're lucky, you learn to see things differently, to find things differently. At home, I might have called it loneliness. But in Spain, I call it extroverted Fulbrighter moves to a small town and lives alone for the first time and tries to make friends and teach English and exchange cultures all during a global pandemic. Or something like that.